Met one down at Shatta Wale and at MEDIK all MDK.
One, I'm making myself a brand ambassador free of charge. I'm not charging any money. I don't need anything. All I need is 110. There are many people who come here every day, young, upcoming musicians who want to find a space in the music industry. As part of my 5K men and 3K women, many of them are also upcoming musicians and they want to be like one Don. I know it is usually very expensive for people to even get access to you or even get you to function at their programs or even mentor them and all of that. You know, sometimes you've got to charge more than 1 million, 2 million and all of that. These my people do not have the money. However, they want to be like you. I'm pleading on behalf of them. Let me get about 200 to 300 of them in one class and I get you to take them through a mentorship section for just 1 week. Once you do that for me, I'm done. I get them into one class. I do that. I get them upcoming musicians into one class. I put them in a class. I get the venue. I'll give them TNT, everything. All I need from you, come there for just 1 week and take them through processes of becoming Shatta Wale in about 1 to 2 months. Yes. So that's the only favor I need from you. Once you do that for me, I'm good to go. Make yourself a runway for them. Let me tap into your rich experience because it is something we don't have here at YA. We can do anything, but we don't have that rich experience from bandana to Shatta Wale, alias One Don to Papa, and all of that. That's rich experience we cannot create. And so once you have that, it is always to tap into it. And so we are pleading on you to make yourself that runway for them. I mean, you should meet them. Many of them only need that polish. Once you're able to listen to them and then you polish their talents for them, in about 2 to 3 months' time, they'll be able to stand on their feet. And music is job. I've listened to you a couple of times say, if you sing and you're not cashing out from your music, then you should stop it because you're wasting your time. You must sing, you must make music, you must cash out from it, and then it becomes business and it becomes a job for you. And so that is the only favor I need from you. All the things I've stated, trust me, as I pledge on this, I'll get into it and ensure that it is done.
Last time I sat on this same platform and I said that we have big names in the past that Shatta Wale and the Sarkodiyes were not getting the opportunity to even go to them and learn.
Yeah.
So if these young ones are about to get the opportunity and learn from a brain like Shatta Wale who understands the secrets of the music industry, then it's a big deal for them. They shouldn't take it lightly. They should go in with their books and their pens. They should write and they should apply.
Okay.
It is not just listening. The application is important.
Fact.
Because one thing I have learned, some musicians don't like to learn. A lot of them. So they go for meetings with their managers. Their managers come up with a lot of knowledge from the meeting they just held. And the artist comes with nothing. A lot of them. So if this is happening, then if the musicians are going in themselves, they should learn.
Okay.
They should take notes and they should implement. Because this is a life-changing opportunity. This is a next generation opportunity. Whatever they get to learn today is what they are going to impact the next generation. So they should take it serious.
Well, very well said. And I want to believe this is a beautiful beginning. Let's see how it goes. Chamo, you also monitored from outside.
Yes.
What did you see? What can you say?
Yeah, I think one thing is for sure. Today is Shagzy Day. Like
World Shagzy Day, put it down.
Like you said earlier, Shagzy and Shatta Wale are trending on Twitter at the moment.
Oh, I see.
For those who are watching, I don't know if it is still trending. They will see it or not, but yes, we should put it on record that after the meeting, Shagzy and Shatta Wale were trending.
I
on,
see.
on
Over
Twitter.
Wound to me
On
and Iyoko.
Iyoko and all those things. They are there, but Shagzy is especially Shatta Wale is featuring
Shaggy
in
is
there.
sitting on them.
Yeah, Shatta Wale is in there prominently about what is happening. So for me, I think this is a good thing. I mean, one thing is for sure, the awareness that this meeting is creating is good for Shagzy and the Shagzy brand.
Okay.
So I think this is a good move. So after the meeting, let's see how far we can go with whatever promise that a politician and then the head of IE did, or how far we can
Why?
go. Why? How far we can go.
The way you stressed on a
The
politician.
yes. I don't trust them. That's the thing. But what he said, I think is a good idea. I mean, talking about getting 2,000 people to get on board.
Download the app, yeah.
That's a good thing. If it can happen, I think it will help.
Like
this
the
nation.
master stroke challenge.
Yes, it will really help, and it will be a big thing that I think even the NDC government will benefit from it if they go through this one and everything works out the way that they want it to go. I think it will help. It will really help. So this is a good thing, and again, it will also help Shagzy as a company to grow, to get to the next level. And then it will not even end up only in Accra and Kumasi. Then you can add other regions to the whole thing. So for me, I think this is a good thing, and we should praise Shagzy and YEA for this initiative. This is far better than the youth for betting jobs, and this is something that we should be focusing on. So for me, I would say kudos to Shatta Wale, Shagzy team, and then the YEA for this initiative. Win for everybody. It's a win for the company Shagzy, and it's also a win for YEA and Ghana as a whole. Yeah, so for me, I think this is a good thing.
Okay, now because you mentioned Ghana as a whole, let's look at the direction of the music thing.
Yeah.
Where they would want Shatta to mentor some musicians.
Yeah.
How did you receive that side of the information as well?
You see, me, I'm thinking about the feasibility and how it will go. I can picture the way that it will go based on how Shatta does his thing and how government agency may want to do their thing. Like, I struggle to find the balance, how the whole thing will go. I don't know if Shatta will put a board in front of him, or he will just talk to them about how he does his music and share his experience, or how is the training going? Like, is he going to train them?
So you have an idea on the invasion project we started.
Yeah.
If you remember the Accra one,
yes.
There were some sessions like that.
Yes.
Where Shatta spoke to the upcoming students,
yes,
and also recorded with them.
Yes.
So this might not necessarily call for a board.
Yeah.
It is just about the
good
exchange
and that's
information.
And that one you can't technically call it a training. I mean, it's prepping them, talking to them, and recording with them. It's more like mentorship or guiding them to know what.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm saying that. I'm struggling to find out the how the model, like how he's going to do the whole thing. Like he will just prep them like the Accra invasion thing, and then tell them to write something that you can, and then he will guide them how to go about the music thing. Or okay, so if that's how it will go, how is he going to grade them? Because when you train people, I mean, we should get a result. So we should have monitoring and evaluation assessment. So after talking to them, trying to let them do their training or whatever, how is he going to say that, okay, I think you guys, you have learned the right thing, and I certify that whatever that I taught you guys, or whatever training that I put you through, I can guarantee that you are safe, like you have gotten it, and you can use it for whatever that you are doing. Because if you don't take care, Shatta will do his part, but it will be a waste, because those people who will come there, how are you going to monitor that they got something and they are going to implement it, or they are going to use it at the end of the day? In fact, when you talk about corruption and how government agencies work. These are some of the ways that they use
Okay.
to do their thing. In fact, for them, they call it capacity building. They will call some musicians and say that we are going to do capacity building. One expert somewhere will come and talk to them. In this case, Shatta Wale, he's an expert, so he can talk to them. This is how it is done. They will say, oh, okay, yes, yati. Omuko mufi. Nothing happens. Shatta gets his money. Whoever the coordinator or the manager or whoever is also gets his cut, yapon. So for me, I think it's a good idea, but for music training, we have schools that you can go to. So if we really want to train musicians, not the Shatta star. I mean, Shatta, he's a practical guy. He's been doing it. So he can share his experience and his techniques, the way that he does his things. But if indeed we want to train people in music, they can go to school, or they can go to School of Performing at Legon and do their thing. If they need Shatta to come and talk to a group of musicians or give them guidance, like the way Accra Innovation Project happened, fine. That one there, I know that okay, this is the way that it is going. But at that one, we are not looking for any outcome. As in, after, at the end of the day, what are we giving to the people that were selected, and how are you going to measure the success of that training? If it is going to be like Accra Innovation Project, for it, for that one, they will be giving us an output. After talking to them, after training them, then you record. So this is what came out of the time that Shatta spent with those people. But if it is going to be training like from day to day, Shatta will go there. For me, it will be a waste of money and waste of time. For Shatta, he will benefit. After all, they will pay him for his services in that sense. But I don't see as getting the impact that we are looking for. If it is about music training, they should go to Uniba or Legon.
I see. Well, there is also the business side that the artist will also be willing to welcome. Because in executing what he knows, that is also business. Good. And I'm sure the artist would also want to consider, because so that's I see the format of AIP, KIP just playing a role here. Good. Just as Shatta did, went to Ashanti region, formed a team with some musicians, recorded them, came back to Accra Innovation Project. Once again, called some musicians, recorded them, and that's the format I see happening. In this case, there is going to be more or less like a national music agenda to be spearheaded or championed by Shatta Wale. Good. It is a big thing. The business looks promising and positive. And I get you, but that's why I'm saying that that's not training for me. Call it a project, like training, you are saying. Because when you talk about training, it goes beyond what we are talking about. I mean, call it a project. I'm with you. But if you call it a training, a whole lot should come in, and that's where I will have an issue. By a project like Accra Innovation Project or Kumasi Innovation Project, I'm with you on that. Yeah. Well, get Chemo and understand what Chemo is talking about. It is the semantics. Let's change it. When we change it, I think he will be fine and we will be fine as well. Yeah. Yes, Bro, you were there. So add the real picture to what they have mentioned earlier, so we can move on.
For me, first of all, let me say a very big thanks to the Youth Employment Agency, spearheaded by the boss himself, Malik Basintali, Mr. Malik Basintali, Honorable, as we call him. And we want to say a very big thanks to everybody that is also supporting us on the platform, or that is patronizing the Shagzy platform. This is a huge partnership that we don't take lightly. Yes, we've been calling for this for years, and so far God been so good. But we are seeing this as the beginning of greater form of partnership. And Joseph, even in his presentation, talked about his concern for government change. where government comes in and looks like there's a new Pharaoh who may not know the Joseph that was there. So would want to change the whole surface. Well, we are looking at a long-term partnership. That is why even in Shatta Wale's acceptance speech and in his presentation talked about how the office is also open to even be transparent with the dealings with the government agency, for them to also know how we work, and for them to also understand how long we want this marriage or this partnership to be, and how it can benefit both parties. So I believe, and since we have different examples in the space like the Zoom Lion and other companies that have partnered with government, and these partnership has not been affected with government regime change. It is with that same vision that we want to partner the government. This is not just the office of the Youth Employment Agency, but we are also hoping to expand even into other offices. This is a transport company, and we are even hoping to enter into the offices of the Ministry of Transport and other partners in the government agency. So we would want to say a big thanks to them. Of course, Honorable Malik Basintali talked about what they will be bringing on board to help elevate Shagzi. And it is about the incentives that the people who are going to patronize are going to enjoy. For the drivers, you talked about the 500 Ghana cedis monthly coupon for the people who are going to sign up. And we are talking about over 2,000. And of course, we are talking about the riders or the passengers. Let me say the passengers.
When we went to Malik's office and Roland said the riders, said, "Oh, riders!" I said, "Hey, Roland, change what you're saying." I said, "Roland, change what you're saying," because to him, he's a motor rider. So when he mentioned riders, he's thinking about prum prum.
But in our side, we call them riders. But like simple terms, the passengers are also going to have enjoy discount codes and other form of incentives, including the most affordable base fare in the system. So these are some of the things that the riders are going to enjoy, and it is a very good partnership. Like I said, we don't take it lightly, and this is the time that we entreat everybody, especially those who have not signed up, to do so now, because this is the time that the enjoyment is going to start, and it is not only enjoyment for the two people involved. I'm talking about the two offices involved, but the priority is for the people who are going to patronize the platform, both the drivers and the passengers, as we call them. These are the people that are the main priority. These are the heroes of the game. They are the heroes of our platform, and they are the people we are going to celebrate. So I would say big ups to everybody, and of course the media that showed up on the day. We say huge thanks to them. For the other side, that
the music side
that Honorable brought into the conversation. For me, I wasn't surprised when he mentioned it. I mean, if you get somebody who is more or less like a universal charger like Shatta Wale did, the moment you get it, you would want to exhaust almost every aspect that you can lay your hands on. So when he brought that conversation, I wasn't surprised. Besides, this is an entertainer who is also into tech business, and fortunately it was the tech side that took him to the office than the other side. So they saw the need for them to also reactivate the music side, and that is why he brought up that conversation. I think it is a good idea, and it is laudable. And in fact, for both conversations that took us to the office, which is the ride-hailing service and the music side, these are things that Shatta is already doing in his own way, in his own corner. He's been doing it with or without partners. Sometimes partners come on board, sometimes he does it within. And so it wasn't out of place for him to mention it. I think it is something that is feasible. For me, the training came in as, I would treat it like, for want of a better word, or when he wants to communicate. But there is more to the training than what was said during the press or during the meeting. I believe when the team goes into the boardroom or in close quarters, that is where all the details will be spelled out. But for press communication, and of course because of the environment and how brief the meeting was, there was the need to tell the people something or give them something to fall on to understand that, okay, we are going to do something like this. And besides, Shatta has his own format, and the ministry also have their own direction. So maybe it could be training where there would be the project side of it, and the training, the proper training can also come from government. Maybe government can also set up a training format where, like you said, training school, where they can direct some of them to have some form of short courses even in these music schools. Because you know there are some musicians that have the perception, say, the moment I make us a man, there is no need for me to go to school.
Yeah.
But then, whether you like it or not, there are certain things that academically, when you step there, you can also grab, and it will help you as a musician. So yes, it is a whole training. Like, and I wouldn't want us to say, okay, I know Chemo was talking from how easy or how quick we can do this for everybody, but it is, like I said, the partnership is not one that we are looking to just do something in the interim and just clear our hands off. It is something that we are looking to do more and more, or for a longer time. So yes, maybe we can start with the project now, then later, depending on how the project goes, then okay, there's the need for us to now put people into proper training. And let me say big ups to this government. From the beginning, I've always said, say, if there's any government that gives a posture of caring about the creative arts industry, it is this government. And so far, even or in a meeting or during a meeting that has nothing to do with music and entertainment, they've been able to bring it up or fuse it in a way that nobody expected it. In Kobekas, okay, see a beka shags, a beka transport, a beka tech, and can free ornament, then the next one we can bring another conversation. But this 2-in-1, and they've been able to fuse it. And fortunately for everybody, the person that they are dealing with, or the people that they are dealing with, these are people who serve both worlds, where you can get 2-in-1. So I think it is a laudable conversation, and the team is really up for it on both sides. Sharks in it, yeah, for life. And
Yeah. This is your boy, Wale Music TV. Send subscribe my shots, wanna subscribe him. If you na click bell no do na me the video be out tomorrow. I want the first person about share. If you na drop a comment was so. Wale Music TV, yes, Shatta Wale ni TV, I yeba more Shatta Wale ni news. Na update, everything be a friend Shatta Wale who be a once a back on the more platform do. Into bomb more than subscribe, next share, no brother, and I was still who edumede in Wale Music TV. Video be able post on what had they be a ba Shatta Wale. Inti say Shatta Wale no fan could send their blend good news. Blend never share, never subscribe, no brother, and I was still who edumede in the more platform do. Video be able post on had they be a ba Shatta Wale. Inti say won't the day Shatta Wale fan could send their blend good news ba Shatta Wale. Net bomodana share, no brother, and I was sister. Who edumede in Wale Music TV. Thank you.